I think you have to have an incredibly high tolerance for failure without internalizing it and feeling like you yourself are a failure as a result of failure.
In year 1 or 7 months in, when they realize that their initial hypothesis was wrong,
Yeah.
they think that means abandon ship because my hypothesis was
Sure.
wrong. Whereas successful entrepreneurs that I've met, especially second-time founders, realize that their hypothesis is almost certainly wrong from the
Yeah.
jump, and that the process of starting is to correct and to find a new hypothesis. But understanding that your hypothesis is wrong from the jump,
Yeah.
and that this is a process of finding a new hypothesis, I think will give you a little bit more patience as well through these cycles of the crisis of meaning and so on.
Like the entrepreneurs got it because they're like, oh my God, I was that guy. And all the investors get it because they're like, oh my God, I deal with this guy all the time. But actually, what you just said with the many, many iterations that from your original idea until what actually happens is yet again one of those demonstrations of the difference between a beginner and expert. A beginner has binary thinking. So they think this worked or it didn't work. And if it didn't work, then I need a new idea. Rather than having the nuanced thinking of a master or an expert or advanced person who says, what about this, if I click into it, break it into its component parts, what about this didn't work? Okay, it's not that meta ads don't work or advertising doesn't work. It's that we didn't nail the hook in our ad, or that we didn't make our offer clear enough on the landing page, or it was not congruent with the advertisement, or it was the offer itself wasn't very compelling, or it was just this. Everyone's coming in and saying, yeah, I kind of want that, but this is actually my issue. We're not solving the core problem. So it's always in the details. It's always in the sifting through the many small things that you find the kernel that ends up fixing the business. And so he wasn't like, oh, Facebook doesn't work anymore, or social networks aren't going to be a thing. It's usually way smaller, and the adjustment you need to make is much more nuanced than what you originally expect. It's just, what is the constraint that's holding us back? And then usually zooming into the constraint and realizing there's 20 things that are contributing to the outcome, not one. And that's where expertise, and you develop that expertise by trying and failing.
Yeah.
And that's just the name of the game. And so I think you have to have an incredibly high tolerance for failure without internalizing it and feeling like you yourself are a failure as a result of failure.
Well, this is it. When I started my first business at 18 years old called Wallpark, social
Yeah.
network, whatever, I thought the game was to be right.
Yeah.
I came to learn from businesses that came after that actually the game of entrepreneurship is to be successful. And they're two very different things.
To win.
Because when you want to be right, you not only want to be CEO and you want your hypothesis that you put in that first pitch deck to come true. And even when customers are telling you that you were wrong, you try and force the fucking